Imagine if your life's work was taken from you and someone else got the credit. This is the painful reality that many Black inventors have faced throughout history. Despite their groundbreaking contributions, they were marginalized, oppressed, and denied the recognition they deserved. In this video, we'll expose 8 astonishing inventions that were stolen from Black people and attributed to their white counterparts. Let's set the record straight and celebrate the true pioneers of innovation. Let's get started with Number 8. Cotton scraper. 1 man and 2 horses could finish the task of 2 men, 4 horses, 2 single scrappers, and 2 plows thanks to a cotton scrapper built by a slave mechanic, Ned. When Ned's owner wrote the U.S. Secretary of Interior to secure a patent for the invention in his name, as Ned's master, the matter was referred to then U.S. Attorney General Jeremiah Black, who, on June 10, 1858, rendered an opinion that an invention by a slave cannot, in the present state of the law, be patented. The Attorney General reasoned that a slave could not negotiate a contract as they were not a citizen. Consequently, the Patent Office would not formally acknowledge any invention made by a slave. The view held until the 13th and 14th Amendments were passed and the Civil War came to an end. Ned's owner proceeded with his plan, manufacturing and marketing the double cotton scrapper. Ned most likely passed away as a slave, never getting paid for his creation. Number 7. Steamboat propeller. Born a slave in Loudoun County, Virginia, Benjamin Montgomery was subsequently bought by Jefferson Davis's brother, Joseph Davis, future Confederacy president. Benjamin's gift opened doors. On his owner's Mississippi plantation, he was general manager and mechanic. He was also urged to improve himself and his studies. Benjamin developed a riverboat propeller meant for shallow waters, including the water close to his master's plantation where he lived, late in the 1850s. Designed to enter the water at an angle, the blades made far more effective use of power than other propellers. Being a slave, Benjamin Propeller was not regarded as a citizen, hence the propeller could not be patented after his name. Joseph and Jefferson Davis tried to patent the propeller under their names, but the Attorney General turned down their request too. Although the Attorney General still denied it, Jefferson Davis supported laws allowing an owner to seek for a patent when his slave invented machinery when he became President of the Confederate States. The decision of the Attorney General remained until the Civil War's end. Only then was Benjamin able to gain credit for his innovation. Benjamin Montgomery later rose to become among Mississippi's post-Civil War richest cotton growers. Along with founding and running Montgomery & Sons, a market center with a store, multiple warehouses, and a steam-driven cotton gin and press, he owned hundreds of acres of property. Number 6. Temple toggle harpoon. With his groundbreaking creation, the Temple toggle harpoon, in 1848, Lewis Temple, a gifted blacksmith and former slave, transformed the whaling business. Temple was born into slavery in Richmond, Virginia in 1800. He gained freedom and moved to New Bedford, Massachusetts in 1829. He became known as a successful business owner running a vibrant whalecraft shop and then growing to open a bigger store. Temple discovered he needed a more efficient harpoon from his contacts with whalers that visited his store. His clever design of a movable head harpoon stopped whales from fleeing, hence increasing the effectiveness and success of whaling campaigns. Though first greeted with mistrust, the Temple iron finally won popularity and became a vital instrument in the whaling business. Temple never patented his creation, thereby missing out on possible riches even with his major contribution to the field. Still, Temple made a good life from harpoon sales. Renowned expert Clifford Ashley said Temple's harpoon was the single most important invention in the whole history of whaling. Number 5. Snowmobile. Frederick McKinley Jones, an African-American inventor, invented the first snow car. Though born in Covington, Kentucky, Mr. Jones moved to Halleck, Minnesota as an adult. In Halleck, winters were tough and the snowfall was deluging. Halleck doctors regularly asked Mr. Jones to drive their calls for them as they made house calls since he was so adept at maintaining vehicles. Following a particularly severe snowfall one day in 1919, Mr. Jones came up with the concept to create a snowmobile for quick, simple transportation. Jones assembled the contraption from a discarded aeroplane body by fastening 2 ski-like runners on the front and rear. He laid an old vehicle seat over the gas tank and fastened an engine and propeller on the rear. Then he decided on bicycle handlebars to guide the runners. Without brakes, this initial snow vehicle let Fred stick his feet out on each side and let them drag in the snow when he wanted to stop. Though he did not patent it, Mr. Jones's snowmobile was novel. He only wondered about how to improve it. Another individual went on record years later as the first snowmobile creator. Snowmobiles are utilized for snow travel all across the world nowadays. Number 4. Mechanical clothes wringer. With the clothes wringer, Ellen Eglin transformed the laundry chore. Born in Washington, D.C., Elgin spent time as a domestic and worked as a clerk in the local census office. She worked several hours doing backbreaking laundry as a cleaner. The task of scrubbing clothes by hand on a washboard and then wringing out the water eventually sparked Eglin's desire to improve the laundry process, and her idea for the clothes wringer was birthed. Eglin finished her novel gadget in 1888. After washing and rinsing, wet clothing was fed between 2 wooden rollers attached to a crank. Extra water was squeezed out from this apparatus, the clothes wringer. Then the clothing were hung to dry, a process that the wringer greatly shortened the time required. Though the design was quite popular well into the 20th century, Eglin got almost no credit and none of the financial success of her creation. Eglin's ethnicity further hindered her achievement at a period when few female innovators could assert the rights to their creations. You know I am black, and if it was known that a Negro woman patented the invention, white ladies would not buy the wringer, Eglin stated in an interview with an 1891 magazine featuring female inventors. Knowing that racial prejudice would prevent the wringer from succeeding, Eglin sold the design to an unidentified white agent for just $18. Eglin's creation found a home with the American Wringer Company around 1900. Profit from Eglin's invention helped this corporation become wealthy. Number 3. Boyd's bedstead. In Kentucky in 1802, Henry Boyd was born a slave. Having been apprenticed to a cabinet craftsman, he had remarkable carpentry ability. Boyd put in a lot of effort, earning additional money to at last purchase his freedom at age 24. He relocated to Cincinnati, Ohio in 1826 and encountered prejudice as a talented carpenter trying to find employment. Boyd persisted anyway, obtaining employment on the riverside and then as a janitor. Eventually, his skill and diligence brought him contracting employment. He also developed a profitable woodworking company. Boyd created the Boyd bedstead, a groundbreaking bed frame design with swelling rails using a right and left wood screw technique that guaranteed a stronger fit to withstand more strain. But he couldn't get a patent for his creation because of his skin color. Boyd's bed's similar technique was patented in 1833 to George Porter, a white cabinet builder. Boyd's bedstead became somewhat well known despite this injustice, and his company grew. Boyd's success extended beyond his company. He also improved his neighborhood by hiring 50 individuals for an integrated workplace and enabling the purchase of his siblings' freedom. Number 2. Steam engine for a warship. Born into slavery in Maryland in about 1830, Benjamin Bradley showed extraordinary early mechanical engineering ability. His great aptitude was shown when he built a steam engine model out of steel, a cannon barrel, and a pewter. Bradley was so set to work at the esteemed Naval Academy at Annapolis, where he became the first African American to occupy a non-menial post. Bradley kept developing his talents and inventiveness at the Naval Academy. Never before accomplished, he developed a revolutionary steam engine able to propel a warship at 16 knots per hour. Naval combat and trade could be revolutionized by this groundbreaking creation. But under United States law, Bradley was unable to patent his innovation because of the evils of racism and slavery. Notwithstanding this major setback, Bradley's will and inventiveness were shown when he sold his engine and utilized the money to buy his release. Number 1. Multiplex railway telegraph. One of African American inventors, Granville Woods, created the multiplex railway telegraph in 1887, a novel idea that allowed several messages to be simultaneously sent over one wire. This innovation transformed train communication, hence increasing efficiency and safety. Still, eminent inventor and businessman Thomas Edison challenged Woods' creation. Edison claimed to have been working on a related concept and tried to patent a similar gadget. Woods had to defend his creation before the court. He finally prevailed and got his patent. Notwithstanding Edison's challenge, Wood's multiplex railway telegraph became an indispensable tool for railroads since it allowed them to coordinate train operations and lower accident rates. With more than 60 patents under his name, including ones on electric trams, overhead wires, and telephone transmission, Woods kept inventing. From now on, we give credit where credit is due and continue to celebrate the amazing inventions of these trailblazing men and women. Their innovations have transformed our world, and their legacies inspire us still. If you like this video, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more hidden stories of Black innovators. Join the conversation in the comments and let us know which invention inspires you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.